Hello.
Hey.
So I don't need to introduce myself today because the prompt that I'm about to read is literally "Who am I?"
Okay, so we were taking a yoga class this morning. It's the full moon, and it was 7 a.m., and we show up to yoga, and he's like, get out your journal. So we do. And then he's like, okay, here's the prompt. Who are you? So we had to write on that prompt for like probably 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes, and so we're gonna read them out loud and compare notes. You go first.
Okay. So precursor, I haven't written in this journal yet this month, so I wrote
That's a
March
cool journal you got.
March 7th, 2023, new month, full moon. Who am I? Most people call me Sam, but that's just a name. You could call me anything and I would still be me. A grateful, unique consciousness that is lucky enough to experience the miracle of life. During most of my life, I collect knowledge and experience. With that knowledge and experience, I choose my path intentionally so then I may better connect with other life and the energy of the universe. I want to be a light and a safe harbor for those who ever ask for my help, and I am able and willing to provide it. I am Sam, but also part of the universe. Perhaps my ego tells me that I am an important part, but aren't we all in one way or another? Tonight we celebrate the full moon and attempt to strengthen that connection to all things.
What? That was a novel. Wow, that was really beautiful. That was not anything like mine. That was like a passage. It was like a Bible passage. Mine is like, oh God. I don't want to read now.
What? Don't be
Okay,
embarrassed.
I'll read, okay. Alright, so here's mine. Who am I? I am a conscious being. I am an observer of my mind, a place of peace, a home at sea, a harbor for a lost soul moment to moment. In time, I will make that known that my being is a being of care and wonder of self and for others. I am not concerned with being shut out because I know in the absence of light there is always a few cracks for me to seep through. I burst at the seams with every opportunity given to me, and I show the way what is right today. When times are hard, I am patient with time because I know time is only held in the mind. What the hell? I started writing poetry.
No, but that's the point of what the exercise
Wait,
was. It
okay.
was just
I
let
am
go.
not time. I am not space. I am no thing. I am nothing.
That's not
I
true.
move like water, like waves, only working against and with gravity. If not for gravity, there's nothing to fight against. And if not for gravity, there is no growth, no velocity. EVE. What?
Is that it, or you still have
That's
more?
it. That's it.
So it's funny
It's
because,
like a poem.
but
And
also
yours is like a parable.
we both talked about light and safe harbors.
Okay.
Um, we both recognize that we are a consciousness that's lucky enough to experience, what we're doing,
That is true.
and obviously we both said that we're like trying to be better. I find it interesting because he also talked about, he's like, there's 37 billion trillion cells, whatever it is in your body, like they all
Mm.
have an independent life. And so like if you think about that as the earth as an organism, the way that I think about it is like the internet basically made us into a giant brain. Now we
Yeah.
can send electrical signals to the other side of the world, and like physical motion and things get done. It's nuts.
I think the internet's just like a representation of the collective consciousness.
Yeah,
It's like
it can be,
because you don't need the internet to send the signal. You just send the signal. If you guys are on the same wave, you know what the other person's thinking. And so that's why when you went to get my phone today, I was like, all right, I want to send him a signal, but you weren't listening. And so I was like, fuck, because you walked away and you didn't stay on the channel for a second.
Wait, I'm confused.
Oh. So when you walked over here to get your thing, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to send him a signal to get my phone too.
Oh, the hat and when I came to get the hat.
Yeah, over here. But I was like, fuck, he's not on the channel right now. So it's like, but if you would have stayed on the channel that we created over there and came over here and stayed on the channel, I bet you would have been like, let me grab her phone. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's why I feel like it's just like sending a text, but it's really just like a thought impulse. And it's like, if you're aware and conscious enough moment to moment to pick it up, then it's like dope.
My mom and her best friend apparently used to have that bond, and when her best friend was killed, like murdered, my mom knew like instantly.
Yeah.
Before anybody told her, before she was like, there's something wrong. Like,
Yeah.
She just knew.
Yeah.
Because they were so close.
Yeah, I mean, if you stay tapped in, you always know what's going on.
And then the other thing that I thought was interesting that he talked about was kind of the vibrations and energy, and he started to get into physics, and I was like, yes. And then he was like, but I'm not going to go too deep into that. But we have, as like our consciousness and the matter that we have control over, which is like basically just our body, in reality, we've never touched anything. Like, all we're feeling is the forces of electrons pushing against each other. He was like, you know how he said we're mostly space?
Mm-hmm.
I found that so interesting. I was like, yo, if we're mostly space, then I can extend my consciousness clearly beyond the space that I take up physically.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. That's my 2 cents.
I don't really have 2 cents, but you read my journal, so you got a piece of my mind.
What do we do next?
Thanks for watching.